It was a worship leader's nightmare. Everything had run perfect for rehearsal. The band and the singers were well prepared, and I had already checked into the tech booth to make sure that everything was good to go. So I took to the stage, I welcomed the people to worship, and we were off. Only to realize that the lyrics were completely off. So I pushed through the first song, hoping things would fix themselves, but my singers were hardly able to follow. The congregation began murmuring to each other and making faces at each other, and the lyrics were either way too late or way too early. So we pushed through this for 2 or 3 songs, struggling to keep our focus, our hearts, and our worship fixed on God. At one point, I even debated in my mind running up the stairs to fix things during the offering prayer, but I knew that I would have not enough time and I would be way too out of breath by the time I got back. The congregation was completely disengaged, the singers lost without the correct lyrics, and it all just felt like a jumbled mess. And by no means am I trying to compare this difficult situation to what Horatio Spafford endured and the turmoil that he faced in his life. Horatio lost a fortune to the Great Chicago Fire, but more importantly, shortly after that, he lost his son to the scarlet fever. And then even shortly after that, he lost all 4 daughters and almost his wife when their boat sank. But even in the midst of this horrible situation in his life, Horatio writes the well-known words, "It is well with my soul, the will of God be done." You know, it's so easy for us to share that God is working in the midst of other people's struggles when they're the ones who are going through it. But when we are the one who is in the midst of the trials, how often do we really believe that? As we began to sing this song in our church several weeks ago, I felt God speaking to my heart, telling me to address the situation. Though Satan should buffet, as the lyrics said, I could feel Satan trying to derail our worship that morning. Though trials should come. Again, these trials were not even close to what Horatio endured, but they were still trials nonetheless. That Christ has regarded my helpless estate. I felt helpless. My lyrics operator felt helpless. The singers were helpless. Even the congregation was helpless without the lyrics on the screen. And he has shed his own blood for my soul. None of these small things matter. Christ has shed his blood for us. These are all just small distractions. Satan trying to derail things, the effects of COVID-19, the loss of loved ones, depression, cancer, loneliness, the loss of a job. These things are just small things that are trying to stand against and trying to separate us from the love of the Father. But they don't stand a chance. These things cannot stand against the love of the Father. He sends his Son, his one and his only Son, for us, to shed his blood for us, to restore us. We have the freedom to sing, "It is well with my soul," not because things are going smoothly and easily, but because he came to earth, he suffered, he died, he rose again, and he will come again. So in the midst of whatever you're going through, choose to say, "It is well with my soul. The will of God be done." Also, be sure to take some time to thank the lyrics operator, because we see how important their role really is. May God bless you, and may you realize how much he loves and cares for you.